Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Killer Jin. It's kind of like a dev diary, but I also want to get people's opinion on the MV Nova lighting system. It's a new plugin for MV. Right now, it might be a little bit too intense, the lighting, but I want to get people's opinion on the matter. So I'm definitely going to look for your feedback on this. Team version 29, right? Like I said, version 9.5, MV Nova lighting. The game should be Killer Jin should finally be finished by the end of this month. But I'm just gonna tweak the lighting a little bit. It's a plugin available for people to check out. It's on itch right now. Also have a forum page for it. Here we can play the RPG in 3 different ways: normal mode, story mode, hard mode. We're gonna go with normal mode.
Foreign forces are joined dangerously close to a small, peaceful fishing village. Nurok is tasked with finding how much these foreign invaders know before it's too late.
I want to give a shout out to my voice actors. Amazing group of people, very talented. I'm so grateful to have them bring my characters to life. And also for the narrator, Mr. Eli Harris. He's amazing.
Our scouts have reported Rhetoric army presence in this area.
It's getting dark.
Enemy soldier incoming from the west.
Look at him thinking he's cool.
We need to figure out why Rhetoric soldiers are this far into neutral territory. Uridin is watching over us using far sight. Remember, he can see us wherever we go.
So useful. Thanks, Uridin.
Yeah, thanks, Uridin.
Keep moving east. The Rhetoric camp should be just ahead.
It's about time we light a torch.
Great idea. No need to worry about the torches giving us away to the enemy.
So lighting is very, very important in Killer Jin. That's why I actually took it upon myself to collaborate on a new plugin for lighting for MV. Again, that's the Nova lighting plugin. And basically the main reason I did it was because since lighting is so important, I use it for everything, that I need it to be very lightweight. Because I used to have Terax, and Terax was great, but it is a little bit heavy for most games, and eventually your FPS would definitely plunge with Terax. So I definitely needed a solution, so that's why MV Nova Lighting plugin was created. With MV Nova Lighting though, you have to be very cautious of your lights, because sometimes it can be too intense. So the best way to fix lights like that is either to choose darker colors, and now there's also an option to lower the intensity of lights. This is actually Nova Lighting plugin with intensity at full blast, so I can start lowering the intensity of the lights, and I might just do that because this might be a little bit too intense for most people, so I can fix that. That's very easy now. So I can turn on my torch, I can turn it off. I'm using the gamepad instead of my mouse because it's a lot easier to control my characters using the controller than the mouse. This is very important because later on in the stealth sections, using a mouse can be very difficult, and a lot of people could get frustrated because you have to dodge enemies. Enemies can see you and run after you, so I definitely recommend using a controller like I am right now. And I'm actually going to show you Easter egg in the game right here. Right here. Narrator collectible. So now I can go into my menu. I can go over to collectibles, and now I have one, the narrator collectible. So I can use it on my party, and I will show Mr. Eli Harris as the narrator of Killer Jin. You can read about him. So basically in this game, I have over 40 voice actors in this game. So you'll be able to find these collectibles. They'll give your character, your whole party a buff. Obviously, you can only have one buff active at a time. So yeah, I don't really tell you what the buff is. I could add it in, but I kind of wanted it to be a surprise. If people want it in, I could add it in. So I want people to experiment with them and enjoy them. There's more secrets in the beginning, but I'm just gonna continue with the game.
There is a large enemy encampment to your south.
We should take this moment to ensure that we are ready for battle.
So with the controller, press R1, it'll make the notification window disappear. So I'm gonna get ready for battle, as I suggested. Get my smash in, my boost, double strike. There's lots more secrets around. I'm not gonna spoil any of that. I might grab this one though. Alright. I'm just gonna continue on with the game.
Hold. Wait here a moment.
I should have been out of here an hour ago. There should be a pint in this hand. He's so getting written up this time.
This is our opportunity to sneak attack the enemy. Position is crucial. We must sneak attack the enemies from behind. Be careful. Enemies can sneak attack us as well.
Yeah, sneak attacking is huge. What I'm trying to say here is that you can sneak attack enemies from behind, and you should always have your light on, your torch on. And that way, no matter what, you won't have a penalty against you for not having your torch on. However, there's one more advanced technique you can use. You can actually turn off your torch and walk around in the darkness. And if you get an enemy completely from behind without a torch, you'll actually get added bonuses for not having your torch on, but only from behind. But there's a risk and reward though, because if the enemy turns around or someone else sees you and gets you without your torch on, you're definitely going to receive debuffs, because it's like Darkest Dungeon. You definitely want to have your torch on, and if the enemies see you without them, you're going to get debuffed unless you get them from behind completely. So I recommend most people just always have your torch on when you're supposed to have it on, and that's the easiest way. But some people like to play like a ninja. They like to have the biggest risk and reward, and they might go around without the torch.
Soldiers are weak against lightning and blunt weapons. Mages are weak against fire and sharp weapons. Always keep your enemy's strengths and weaknesses in mind during battle. Attack healers first. Don't give them a chance to heal anyone.
The last line is pretty interesting. A lot of people, when they go through the intro, they say attack healers first. Don't give them a chance to heal anyone. They're like, isn't that obvious? Why would you put that in? Oh my god. Well, I'll tell you why I put it in. Actually, that line never used to be there, but I put it in once a really popular Let's Player of RPG Maker games played my game, and they played the intro, and they were complaining that my game was too hard. But the big problem was they weren't attacking the healer. This is a person who plays RPGs all the time, but they were only attacking the soldiers, and the healer would heal. And then he was complaining, oh, this game is unbalanced and it's too hard. And the only reason why it was that hard is because he simply forgot to attack the healers first. You know, it happens to even the best of us, but I just wanted to put that in. I know a lot of people will roll their eyes and say, oh my god, why did you didn't have to put it in? But you know, again, I just, for a simple reminder, because sometimes people make mistakes.
Enough for now. Let's go.
Now. Let's go. Again, always want to attack the healer first. I'm going to attack the soldier. I'm going to bash this mage with my axe because he's weak against sharp weapons. Hopefully that's not too loud. And then here you go. It should be the end of the battle.
Don't worry, enemies will never get the drop on us.
I would never say never.
You just gotta believe.
You're damn right. You just gotta believe. Again, walk into enemies to attack them. No buttons necessary. Just make sure they are positioned to your advantage and not the other way around. Sneak attacks are passive.
Do not forget to check the bodies for items.
Check the body. Get the hell out of here. Save the game.
Here we are, the Rhetoric Army camp. What are they planning?
There's so many of them.
Plans have changed. Head back for a moment. The Rhetoric Army has delivered a large crate to the south of your position. Sneak past the Rhetoric camp and head towards the crate.
If we must engage the enemy, sneak attack the scouts only. The scouts are the soldiers on patrol with the lanterns.
As long as we're not spotted, we should be fine.
I say we eliminate the scouts and make it easier to sneak by.
Do not attack the soldiers by the campfires.
Being spotted can mean the difference between life and death.
It sure can, Wedge.
Stay focused. Let's go.
Let's do this. Again, this part, I highly recommend that you have your controller. It's a million times easier. Oh crap! than the mouse is. Boom. Oops. I'm not making it look easy, but it's way easier with the controller. A lot of players, I could have made that. A lot of players have difficulty with this section, but I guess I know the way. So again, the lights, you know, are pretty intense. I will probably bring them down. But I do like the color so much, and if I bring down the intensity of the lights, they're definitely gonna look more white. No, more clear, sorry. And I like the colors. But I guess I'll wait to see what people have to say about it. There's definitely a huge secret in here somewhere, but I'm not gonna show that. I already showed off one of the collectibles. I'm not gonna show both.
Make your way up the cliffs. Be on the lookout for patrols. There are stairs to the southwest. The exit south should lead you to the area right above the crate.
Let's head back for a moment. Great job. However, don't let your guard down. We still have a little more to go.
Not getting caught is good for my health.
You guys should pay close attention to Wedge.
Remember, do not engage the enemies by the crates. We need to get close enough to gather intel. Continue south past the small patrol, climb the cliffs to the southwest, and observe from atop the cliff.
All right, let's go.
Let's do this. Alright, now this is a little bit harder to dodge, everyone. Still not that difficult, but it is possible to be spotted, especially because of this last guy down here. He's a little tricky. You just gotta be patient. He does do his normal routine, and then he continues it. It's not a big deal, but he can catch you if you're not paying attention. Remember, there's secrets everywhere, but there's one there. And I'm just gonna continue to the finale of the intro. One thing too, I give lots of options in this game. For example, if for any reason your FPS isn't at 60, you can go to visual and turn off a lot of these things, especially embers, fog. These right here are very impactful on your FPS. So the embers, especially in the next scene, they're very tough unless you have a decent computer. They're not so bad even if your computer's not so great, but these are the ones you want to turn off if you're having issues. Then you can work on these. Oh, and I did remove foul language, so you can remove foul language in this game. It actually works now. In the final version this month, by the end of this month, Killer Jin will be finalized, and there will be other portions of the game where this will matter, but this definitely works for now, especially in the intro cutscenes that I'll show you.
The exit is here. Let's proceed south. Okay, the crate is straight ahead. Let's take a closer look at what they're hiding.
Do you find it strange that the general's not here for the reveal? Don't think too much. Just follow orders.
That should do it.
What just happened?
What is that?
It can't be.
Step back. We have this.
We can handle this.
No! Get back!
Aw,
We must retreat
crap.
now!
Going down.
We can handle this, sir.
You just gotta believe.
Maybe if I believe, we can win. Oops. I'm gonna scan this guy. I'm gonna attack. Not much I can do right now. When you scan enemies, they actually all the information goes into the enemy book, which is kind of cool. And it will remind you what their weaknesses are. Right now, water, wind, and energy is weakness, and I definitely don't want to use earth on them. Added enemy info to enemy book. Yay. I want to hit him with the wind. Bam. Attack him. Definitely don't want Big to die. Maybe I can beat him. Maybe I can. We'll see. Oh, the reason why I can't use my skills on him is because he has I have a debuff that won't allow me to use my skills. It's at one more round, so. Finally. Getting close. Ouch, Jesus. I was so close.
You didn't believe.
I guess I didn't believe.
Biggs!
Biggs.
So the rumors are true.
Yes. The Rhetoric Republic must be creating energy golems as weapons of war.
We must hurry back to the village. I hope the Rhetoric Republic has not caught wind of Shinata. Our operation may be compromised.
Eridan teleported Norak to safety.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't turn down the intensity of the lights, especially with the golem.
The next day,
Now, the infamous opening of Killer Jin with Shinada. A long time ago, people said that I was fat shaming a certain character of mine called Gordo. I love Gordo. I love all my characters. That's definitely not my intention to do any fat shaming whatsoever. But as immature characters growing up in a village, obviously they're far from perfect and they will do dumb things, and they will grow though in the story, and eventually you'll see that they become more mature. But apparently how it was originally written, people felt hurt by what I wrote. So what I did was I actually rewrote the beginning of the game, and because I listen to everything everyone says, and I always aim to make my game better. So when people were telling me that they were feeling hurt by it and being very upset and telling people about how I fat shame people, I definitely wanted to correct that. So now it's not in the game anymore. I listened.
Upon the green expanse of softly rolling hills sat Shinada, sunbathing by her favorite tree. The wind slowly rustled her long hair as she sat peacefully, the sun warming her flawless sun-kissed skin. She slowly breathed in and savored the rare, relaxing moment.
Another fun tidbit too was originally I had the sun warming her flawless caramel skin, but then someone also had a issue with that. They said that I couldn't use caramel to describe a minority because minorities don't like that, and she made it a point to say that she's white and she's a white woman, and she was telling me how minorities don't like to be called food adjectives, which is very interesting because I am a minority, and I don't think she knew that, because all you can see is my Killer Jin symbol. So that's funny. Also, Eli Harris is the narrator. The person who primarily looked over my writing real quick was my friend Jose, and he's Mexican, and my whole family were all minorities. And it's funny because once I was told this by someone, I asked everyone I knew where I grew up, in Boston, tons of minorities everywhere, and all of them were surprised and said, "What? That is ridiculous." And some even enjoyed being called caramel and stuff like that. They're like, "What?" Especially my sisters. They're like, if someone called me, if someone said I had beautiful caramel skin, I would love it. What's she talking about? So people are interesting in that way. Anyways, I changed it regardless, and here we are. She has flawless sun-kissed skin, not flawless caramel skin.
The council has really been acting strange lately. Normally I'd be training all day. It's nice to finally have a little break.
Suddenly, the faint sound of a giggle and the smell of croissants invaded Shinada's senses. It could only mean one thing.
Please, not right now. All I wanted was 10 minutes.
Shinada peered down the hill towards the village, and her fears were confirmed.
Gordo, he's the best. That's my boy.
Up the hill came the councilman's son and Shinada's biggest fan, Gordo. Nothing could dull the boy's shamelessly adoring smile and the excitement plastered across his face as he plodded up the hill to see her.
What do you want, Gordo?
Shinada sighed. The sooner he is done, the sooner she can get back to enjoying a relaxing afternoon in peace.
I just wanted to see how you're doing. Wow! You look as good as a cinnamon bun!
How dare you refer to her as a tasty treat, cinnamon. Huh.
Gordo has a weird mixture of hunger and love in his eyes.
Gordo.
Once again, I am not a sugary treat. I am not your sugary treat, or princess, or sweetheart, or anything that starts with love or ends in cute animals.
You should relax. You seem stressed out.
She's totally relaxed. I can see it in her eyes.
Honey bun, I actually came here because I think you would be really interested in what the councilmen are saying.
What do you mean?
Shinada fought the urge to punch Gordo in the gut for referring to her as a sugary treat.
All I know is that my dad was saying some weird things today and mumbling about an important meeting. I know the perfect spot where we could eavesdrop on them.
Shinada was really not in the mood to deal with Gordo today. But curiosity got the best of her. The council has been acting strange lately.
Okay, let's go.
Gordo is ecstatic.
Gordo.
And wipe the drool off your lips!
Yay! It's a date! Come and find me behind the council hall.
Gordo jumped in the air. It was a pitiful jump, not even an inch off the ground. But by the gods, it was the highest he could manage.
It's not a date.
He quickly spun on his heels and traipsed back in the direction of the village with extra pep in his step.
Look at all that pep.
Shinata shook her head but couldn't help but smile as she watched Gordo stroll back in the direction of the village, chest puffed into the air.
Why am I being so mean to Gordo? Shin is rubbing off on me. I'll try to be nice from now on.
Yay! You unlock the ability to pass time. So it's very much like I'd say Fallout or Skyrim, where you can press, I believe, select on the controller. Yep, and then you can pass time this way. So if I want to pass 10 minutes, boom, 10 minutes passed. Or with the mouse, you can click on this right here. Bring up the same thing. Another 10 minutes, or whatever. Boom, 12 minutes. Boom. Anyways, I wanted to stop here and basically say a lot of people also think Shinada is unrealistically doing a 180, and they complain about that. I don't see it the same way as them. What I see is Shinada, growing up in their little village, and Gordo always, hounding her and kind of following her around because he likes her, and most of the time it's okay, but I'm sure a lot of the times Shinada feels like it's too much. She doesn't obviously feel the same way for Gordo, so he's kind of annoying when he crosses the line. He's a habitual line stepper, so there are times when she really doesn't want to be bothered, like let's say today when she has her time off from training, and then boom, he just shows up again. So that's like the last straw. At this particular moment, she's very like annoyed by him, and then she just blows up on him. However, when he walks away, she realizes, what, maybe I shouldn't have been so mean to him. Even though he is super annoying, sometimes I should kind of calm down a little bit, but obviously she's growing up and she's gonna make mistakes, and Shin is her brother. Shin is just mean. You're gonna meet Shin and you're gonna see who he is and what he stands for. But for her though, she's a good person, so she's always trying to do a good thing. And even when she's annoyed, she feels like she shouldn't, lash out at Gordo. So at this moment, she did that. She felt bad. She felt like she was more like Shin at that moment. So from now on, she said she's gonna keep on trying to become a better person. Even when Gordo is super annoying, he has the right intentions. He's a good kid, but he needs to kind of calm down with the whole hitting on her part, and that's what she's annoyed with. So if you think about all that, about her just being annoyed at that moment and just trying to be a good person, I don't think it's doesn't make any sense at all. Some people were like, that doesn't make any sense at all. So I just wanted to explain that. She was just super annoyed at that moment. She kind of blew up a little bit. She didn't want to. She's a good person, but she did, and now she feels a little sad about it. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. So anyways, I have full control of Shinada. I'm actually gonna show maybe one or two more little cutscenes, because those are fun. Like the voice actors, like I said, did a great job. We can check on Mom real quick. Mom's doing great. My cat Gizmo's here. We're good. And Gordo said to check up on him behind Council Hall. So it's not here. This would be kind of like under, since Council Hall, this Council Hall on the left, it's on top of a hill. So we're gonna go around and behind Council Hall. And here we go with Gordo. That's my boy.
Ah, there you are! Come, let's take a closer look!
Shinada moved in a little closer and took a peek inside. The councilmen are discussing their plans of attack and defense in the wake of the news that a small rhetoric army brigade is drawing dangerously close to the village.
Yeah, do you think they even know we're here?
If the Rhetoric Republic should discover our location, we must commence operations to relocate Shinata. Time is running out. We need to tap into Shinata's true potential. We need results now. We need to push her harder. She's now old enough to handle more rigorous training.
The last time this idea came up, Shinata was nearly killed.
Reports suggest that Jin start rapidly coming into their powers after they have hit puberty. I must admit the last time we got a little ahead of ourselves, but now is the time considering her age and the current circumstances.
What about Shin?
Yeah, what about Shin?
What about him? His duties remain the same. He is Shinada's personal bodyguard. We must ensure that Shinada is ready for battle.
There is darkness within Shin. A dark side you can see deep in his eyes. There is no telling what he would do. I'm afraid he's a liability that we simply cannot afford to have around Shinata.
How are you so sure? He may be rough around the edges, but there is greatness within him.
Rough around the edges?
He may be a little extreme. However, he takes his training and duties seriously. He is a valuable asset in her protection. He is the most gifted fighter I have ever seen.
Norik seems to be vouching for Shin.
He is worthless.
And Father doesn't think too greatly of him.
The most powerful beings in the realms will one day be no match for a Jin. It's inevitable.
Until that day comes, we will need to protect Shinada, and Shin is fully capable of getting the job done.
The meeting had already started, and Shinada was straining to hear what was being said. This task became more difficult as Gordo kept inching closer and closer until he was right up against her, breathing in her ear.
Line stepping. Gordo is always line stepping. This is probably not a good time. I forgot too. Yeah, this is also another scene that I rewrote because people felt insulted by the two immature characters just being mean to each other. So I definitely rewrote this as well. I just remember that.
Shin a waste of time? And what did they say about Shin having a dark side?
Something. Dark side!
You're so useless.
Gordo leaned into Shinada.
Uh-oh.
Ah, you smell so good!
Gordo's feeling it. He's feeling himself.
Oh my god, Shinada smells amazing!
Confidence is growing, is what I'm saying.
Stop it! Back off.
Shinada kicked Gordo in the sack.
Damn!
Armored jockstrap! There's an old saying in my house. I know it's in your house, well, probably in my house, that says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, I can't be fooled again.
The second kick crushed his metal jockstrap and his family jewels. Gordo's eyes nearly popped out of his head as he tumbled off the side to the ground below.
That's pretty vicious. Gordo.
What was that? It sounded like a sack of potatoes hitting the ground.
Damn. Love that line.
Shinata, come here.
Ugh! What is that smell?
Oh, no, oh, no.
Okay, she's leaving. She's had enough.
Shinata, we haven't been receiving the results we have been expecting.
Your results are stagnant at best.
To remedy this, we are allowing you access to the village's mines to the northeast.
Your task is to light the braziers on the first floor of the mine. You will also need to collect a wild root and a wild mushroom so that you can create a small health potion. You can create the small health potion at the alchemy station. You may need some help in the mines, so feel free to seek help from others.
Perhaps this will facilitate your transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly.
Remember, Shinata, you and Shin have been trained to protect the village from those who would seek to destroy our way of life. Enemies are lurking in the shadows, and they will be soon upon us. We need you to be ready, so leave now and come back as a warrior.
I will also accompany you to ensure your safety and well-being.
Report back to me when you have completed your mission.
Yes, sir.
Nurok joined the party.
I can actually leave the village now?
Absolutely.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Yay! She's like a shut-in. Very immature.
Do not forget, now that you are allowed out of the village, there are quests available to you. Consider this a part of your training, so go ahead, ask around the village for additional quests.
Maybe I should check on Gordo first to make sure he isn't badly hurt.
Gordo? I do not think Gordo would be a wise choice.
Aw, Gordo!
I recommend first finding Shin by the village entrance. He may be waiting outside. Next, why not speak to the Warrior of Light within Council Hall? Just remember, there are 3 main factions in this area. The Warriors of Light, the Children of the Moon, and the Bloodbound. Choose wisely. The decision is yours.
Now more skills unlocked, you know.
I'm ready.
Alright, so actually I took it upon myself to since I helped create a new lighting plugin, I thought I'd have a little bit more fun with light. So now I can do fun things like extinguish or light torches and things like that. So that plays a factor into the game as well. It's kind of fun, and when time passes, you'll notice the light turn on and off because, you know, the villagers are lighting the lights. So, you know, it's interesting. But let's go find Shin right now. Boom.
As Shinata and party take their first step outside of town, a sharpened thorn knife suddenly whizzes through the group, stopping at its designated target, the village gate, 10 feet away.
Where do you think you're going without me?
I told you to stop doing that.
Shin grins mischievously. He loves knowing he got the drop on someone, especially Shinata.
If no one almost kills you, when would my duty of protecting you ever end?
Maybe the next time you talk back to Dad.
Shin's eyes widen and his fists clench.
Oh no, she didn't.
We were looking for you to bring your combat skills along on our mission.
But if you could keep your attacks aimed at the enemies, that would be great.
Fine. I'll play adventure with you guys. Maybe I'll find a worthy opponent to kill.
I'm actually pretty excited to finally see the world outside of the town.
Before we go, we might want to upgrade our weapons and armor. I don't need to hear excuses when we get into battle.
Good idea. The village shop has a wide assortment of items and a crafting table for you to make some of those pieces, Shin.
Okay, they have skill books and recipe books for sale too.
Fortune favors the prepared. Take a look around the village for any additional items or quests.
Let's check on Gordo.
Ha! Gordo!
Forget Gordo! That bumbling idiot is not!
Let's go.
Shin joined the party.
Alright. Shin is awesome. I love Shin. Shin and Gordo are like my favorite to write for. And it's hilarious. Actually, you know what? We're gonna have one more scene with Gordo. And I must warn you, there's some bad language. Well, a little bad language.
Gordo is upstairs.
All right, play some piano. Doesn't seem like we know how to play very well.
I would love to hear you after you have a little practice, honey.
Practice the piano. Perhaps there's a skill for that. Here we go. You know what? Let's learn it. Yay! Now let's see what happens. I'm gonna end it here. Yay!
Oh, that was lovely.
Thank you. And everyone's morale. The morale is up here. Goes up. Positive. So actually, the morale of each character is recorded, and the higher it is positive, it actually affects gameplay, and negative actually. There's so many ways it affects gameplay. It even affects different characters differently, and I don't want to reveal more, but it certainly does, and you have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, let's go meet up with Gordo real quick. This part is fun. Remember, like I said, Shin is kind of look at his face. Look at him. He's kind of an asshole. So yeah.
Hey guys!
Apologize to Gordo?
Yeah, let's apologize. I like Gordo. Shinada wants to apologize.
Gordo,
Yes, Shinada?
I'm sorry for all the mean things I said and for your,
It's okay, Shinada. I know my love can be a handful. My mom says it can be too much for a single woman to bear.
Oh, by the gods.
Also, I know I invade your personal space a bit too much. I'm sorry.
What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to apologize because what I did was...
Don't apologize. That fat bastard got what he deserved. Forget nice. He has to learn to be tough, be a man, take his lumps. What? Do you think running off to a safe place, being a little bitch, is gonna solve anything?
Wink, wink.
Apparently she didn't kick you hard enough. Here, let me try.
No! Anyways, as I was saying, I don't mean any of the horrible things I say to you.
I do. I mean everything I say to you, especially you.
Oh, man.
And I promise to never kick you again. You can retire your armored jockstrap. You'll be safe from me.
I can retire Sir Blocks-a-Lot?
Sir Blocks-a-Lot.
How about you retire from being a complete...
You really are a great guy. I'm lucky to have you as a friend.
You know, you can make it up to me. I would love a dinner date. Food and Shinada? Heaven! Nothing could be better!
How about a sandwich and a handshake?
Yes!
Thanks for accepting my apology.
Anytime. Sugar plum?
So he was the potatoes.
The potatoes.
Let Gordo join you?
Sure.
Gordo, join the party.
Gordo! Oh, I didn't do that. This is something special that can happen when Gordo joined you. Oh man, I was hoping it would happen. Anyways, I'm gonna end there. I got to show you a little bit of Gordo, a little bit of Shin, and of course all the great voice actors. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, that's just the intro of the game. And apparently it's getting dark out, so I think the lights are on outside. Yep, now the lights are on. And I definitely can turn them off if I want to. There you go. So yeah, so that's just the intro of the game. Thanks so much for checking it out. I'll probably have some more of these. Probably gonna update the lights a little bit. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. It's gonna get darker. I think I saw a light out. Oh yeah, I think it's because I manipulated it when I first talked to you guys. Yeah, this one. It's only out because it remembers for a day what you did to it. So I can turn it back on if I want. Turn it back on. The lights will remember for a day, but then it will go back to its normal routine. Oh yeah, and at night, of course, the guards come out. They patrol. They walk around like that guy up there. So that's cool. So again, let me know, guys, if this light is too intense. If you don't like the light to be so intense, I can bring it down a little bit. A lot of it, actually. Anyways, again, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks so much. See you in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.